So what exactly is the difference between I was sitting and I sat? I was talking and I talked. Watch this video to find it out. Hello everyone, welcome to Multilingual. If you watch this video till the end, you'll finally get the difference between past continuous and past simple. Between these structures, a lot of people have to struggle with them, but you won't, not anymore. This video is supposed to help you. There is also a quiz in the end so that you can test how you got everything, so stay tuned. Before we start, just a quick reminder, you can also find me on Instagram under Karina Multilingual. There I post weekly stories with quizzes for the current videos and entertaining reels for you to memorize a new vocabulary even better. Don't miss out on them, and now let's begin. I'd like to start with some context, just to show you the difference between the two tenses. So two friends are talking about a burglary. Do you know what a burglary is? It's when someone illegally enters a building and steals things. And the burglar is the person who does it. So the friends, they're talking about a burglary that happened the other day and is now in the news. Let's eavesdrop. Did you read about the man who shot the burglar? No. What happened? Well, this old man lived alone, so he always kept a shotgun next to his bed. One night, he was sitting in bed reading when he heard people downstairs. They were moving around and talking. You mean burglars were moving around while he was sitting in bed? Right, so he took his gun and went to the top of the stairs. One of the men was just opening a drawer in the kitchen and taking a knife out. Geez, did he shoot? He did, but he only wounded him. The burglars were arrested and so was the old man. What? Well, that seems unfair. Both friends use sometimes past continuous and sometimes past simple in their conversation. Just a quick reminder for you how to form these tenses. For past continuous, we need the verb to be in the past form, that's was or were, and the main verb with ing. Was is used for I, he, she, it, and were for you, we, they. So we get, I was sitting and I was talking, my parents were listening to me. You were driving too fast. To form past simple, we need just one verb. If it's regular, we add ed, like watched, opened, listened to. If it's irregular, we need to look it up. We'll need to look up its second form. Take, took, sit, sat, drink, drank. And now the main question is when to use which tense. Let's go back to our conversation. Andy said, one night he was sitting in bed reading when he heard people downstairs. Tell me, which action was longer and which action happened suddenly, like an interruption? Exactly. Was sitting tells us some background information. The man was sitting before and while he heard people downstairs, right? So we have some background information. We can picture the situation. He was sitting there reading, very chill. Nothing was going on. The fact that he heard people downstairs was something that happened suddenly and interrupted his activity, his sitting and reading activity. So for the interruption, we use past simple and past continuous for the longer action. One action describes the background information, the other action interrupts it. Look at more examples. The sun was shining and the birds were chirping when it suddenly started to rain. You see the background information about the sun and the birds, and then suddenly it started to rain. Another one, I was setting the table when I dropped the knife and it fell on my toe. Oh, that's painful. Another one, my friends were both studying in Berlin when they first met. The first action always describes some background information. The second interrupts the action. So to introduce the interruption, we usually use when. We can also use while to introduce the background information. Look at this example. While I was visiting my grandparents, I helped them remove their bath. Renovate. While I was visiting my grandparents, I helped them renovate their bath. Now it's correct. While Polly and Dan were dancing, I realized how much I loved them both. You see, they were dancing, was the background information, was a longer action, and suddenly I realized, wow, they mean so much to me. I love them so much. If you want to describe that something was happening while other things were happening, you can use past continuous in both parts of the sentence. Yes, it's possible. It's not always just past continuous, past simple, or past simple, past continuous. You can use both. While I was cold calling the potential clients, my colleague Tyler was checking the emails. So we were both busy doing different things. I was doing that and Tyler was doing the different thing. Another one, while my sister was living and studying in Spain, I was living and working in the US. You see, both actions were happening at the same time and we use past continuous in both parts. Time to check how you got everything. You'll now get a minute to decide what is correct, past simple or past continuous. Let's begin. Okay guys, it's time to check your answers. Let's do it together. Number 1, I first met my husband while I was working in Toronto for months and he was studying there with friends. Sorry, he was staying there with friends. I don't know why I'm making so many mistakes today. The next one, they were driving along a street somewhere outside the town when suddenly a man jumped out onto the road and he was holding a gun. This is a very dramatic example. The next one. I saw Jamie at the party on Saturday. She was standing in the corner talking to a tall man with long hair. When I realized that he was an old friend of mine, when I realized that was a sudden activity. Something strange happened just now. I heard somebody singing. It sounded just like Auntie Lisa, who is dead. That's another dramatic example of mine. I hope your answers were correct, and I hope that you finally got the difference between past continuous and past simple. Remember, past continuous describes background, temporary information. And past simple is the interruption of the past continuous. Please let me know in the comments down below how you got everything. If you have any questions, any doubts, please let me know. And thanks a lot for staying with me till the end. I hope you liked this video and enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed filming it for you. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys.